1.2. In Unit 1.2, we are going to discuss about the manufacturing cost and non-manufacturing cost. First, we are going to discuss about manufacturing cost. The manufacturing cost is the sum of cost of all resources consumed in the process of making a product. If you want to make a product, so there are three types of cost which involve in the production. The first one is direct material, second one is the direct labor, and the third one is the manufacturing overhead. We will discuss one by one. Direct material. Direct material or the raw material that become an integral part of the product and that can be conveniently traced directly to it. Like if I am making an automobile, the steel is the direct material. And the another example of direct material already you install in an automobile. Or we can say the another example, we take the another example, if company A is a toy manufacturer, an example of a direct material cost would be the plastic used to make the toys. Now second one is the direct labor. The direct labor or those labor costs that can be easily traced to individual unit of product. Direct labor costs are the wages, benefit and insurance that are paid to employees who are directly involved in manufacturing and producing the goods. For example, worker on the assembly line or those who use the machinery to make the product. In this example, wages paid to automobile assembly worker. This is the direct labor cost which is directly associated with the product, right? Now the third one is manufacturing overhead. Manufacturing cost that cannot be easily traced directly to specific unit produced. Or we can say these all are the indirect cost. Indirect material, indirect labor. Manufacturing overhead costs include direct factory related costs that are incurred when producing a product, such as the cost of machinery and the cost to operate the machinery. Manufacturing overhead costs also include some indirect cost, that is indirect material cost and indirect labor cost. What is indirect material? Material used to support the production process, not the part of the direct material, but it support the production process, right? Or we can say indirect material or material that are used in the production process but that are not directly traceable to the product. For example, here number of example we have: lubricants, cleaning supply used in the automobile assembly plant. Or another example, the glue, the tape, oil, cleaning supplies. These all are the indirect material. Now, what about indirect labor? Wages paid to employees who are not directly involved in production work. The assembly line worker was the direct labor, but here we are discussing here about the indirect labor. Wages paid to those employees who are not directly involved in production. For example, maintenance worker, generator, security guards, these all are the indirect labor. Or we can say the indirect labor is the labor of those who are not directly involved in the production of the product. An example would be security guard, supervisor, quality assurance worker in the factory. Their wages and benefit would be classified as indirect labor. Now, we are going to discuss about non-manufacturing costs. Non-manufacturing costs classify into two broad categories. One is selling expense and the another one is admin expense. Non-manufacturing costs are necessary to carry on general business operation but are not part of the physical manufacturing process. costs are represented during a period of time and are not calculated into the cost of goods sold. Non-manufacturing cost consist of selling cost and admin cost. Non-manufacturing include selling cost, and the selling cost include costs necessary to secure the order and deliver the product. Selling cost can be either direct or indirect cost. Selling expense include marketing and commission expense, sales salary, etc. And the admin expense include such as office salary, depreciation, supplies, executive, organizational and clerical cost. Admin cost can be either direct or indirect.